Alrighty.
I've written for my university magazine for a couple of years under the name Appetit, where I critiqued all the food places on campus and ranked them 1 to 10 bens, and eventually the column became a staple in the magazine to the point where I got hate mail for my opinions, but people would also ask me, Ben, what's your favourite food? What do you cook at home? Well, the joke is I love to cook, but I'm also a bad cook, and this video is proof that a video series where I take the Appetit column further is just a beautiful disaster.
I am making meatballs.
Would you like a food and one?
Yes.
It's come out of the fridge, which is practically a freezer, so
Please, sir.
you're hard as fuck.
I mean, me too. I need a recipe for meatballs because,
What?
well, I want to make them.
Eggs, breadcrumb, meat patty, and whatever else you want to put in.
I have this leftover breadcrumb from when I made green bean casserole the other day. I obviously have mince going in the microwave,
Get some
but then I don't.
chives.
I'll just pull some chives out my ass.
An egg.
I don't have any egg.
Mixed
Oh, I can
herbs.
give you an egg.
Oh. If I stand here, I have the angle here, and I have the angle here. So I can supercut them because the audio will be the same.
Wow.
I don't mean to brag, but I am. So this is my green bean
So apart
casserole
from,
crumb.
Your face kind of facing sideways when you're...
Yeah, that's fine.
Now, I hate to give Rob any credit, but indeed, it was not fine. It was not fine at all. My face is facing down the entire time. You cannot see my beautiful mug the entire time. I hate giving my flatmates credit. I apologise in advance, but I'm making the best of it I can. I am not a professional chef, nor a television personality. Goodbye.
My leftover breadcrumbs. And then my egg. This meat is a bit hot because I just had it defrosting. But that should be fine. Right?
Yeah.
I am a professional cook. Now I'm going to mix it all up. Just with my hands, you know. It feels, I don't know how it feels. Feels bad. Feels bad, man.
Spag bowl, but not spaghetti.
Well, I feel like spag bowl is such an obvious, it's such a common, like, flat meal. So, like, why not take it a step further and make them into balls? Just more interesting. So in here, I have, what do I have? Almond mince, got an egg, thanks Kim, mustard because I love mustard. The breadcrumbs already have spices and herbs in them. Gonna add those tomatoes because I want to. Because it is one thing to have a good tasting flat meal, but it's another thing to have a flat meal that lasts as a big meal, you know? Because I can't afford to, I can hardly afford mince as is. Spoilers, my mum bought this mince for me because she was buying my love amid the lockdown. Was I mad? No.
I'm entirely joking here. My mum was not buying my love. She was simply ensuring that I was having a good time and that I would be safe and secure and comfortable throughout the lockdown. I'm very thankful for her and I love her very much, and I hope everyone's having a good, safe lockdown because it's a very tiresome and stressful time for everyone.
I am now mixing this with a spoon because I am a pussy. Speaking of, this is what good pussy... I'm not putting that in. I do love meatballs. I think they're a rad time. I can't comment on meatballs. I don't know. I want to make it go even further, so I'm adding even more tomatoes. Ha ha ha. How kosher. Because I'm going to put cheese on this eventually. I'm not putting that in. It's Passover. How can I put that in? This obviously needs salt and pepper. Because just because you're in a flat doesn't mean you have to eat like shit food. How hard is it to season your food? And this is proving good timing because the water I have going, which I don't know if you can hear, is boiling. Which is going to put my pasta in. This really does sound like... It sounds like something, let me tell you that. Okay, now we're going to migrate to the stove. My water is boiling.
Ladies, I'm boiling.
And therefore in goes my pasta. That's gonna be like what, I think 5 to 7 minutes. Cooks in 10 minutes, serves 4. Serves 4, okay. Good chat, good chat. I now have the only pan that is clean in the house. And I'm going to put too much oil, apparently, onto it. I'm going to let that heat. I like to add a bit of oil so it doesn't stick, so my pasta does not stick. I don't know if it does anything, but I think I read it online somewhere, so I'm gonna persist. That's if I can open the bottle. Cool. Great. The next thing I need to do is mold my balls. Don't make a comment. Here's my mince mix from earlier. Which, because I'm lazy, I'm going to directly put onto this hot, oiled pan. Does that sound stupid? Yes. Do I care? No. So, golf ball sizes of meat. Plop. I'm doing this straight into the pan because I don't want to create more dishes and I'm lazy. At what point does efficient become lazy? At what point does innovation become I just can't be bothered? I think here is the point. I'm also using this, I'm going to use the same tongs to mix my pasta as I will flip these balls, because why not? That's another dish, you know? Why be efficient when you can be efficient? This is gonna make probably like 12 balls, which is cute because not only have I not had meatballs for a long time, but that's more than I bargained for. It's because I had so much bread that it's gone so far, which is very exciting, something most pleasing to me in my career. Now what really gets me going is when people are like,
oh my god, why, you need to wash your hands, you need to wash your hands.
Like, as if people aren't washing their hands for 20 seconds already.
Of course, this isn't me saying that washing your hands is useless. Y'all should definitely be washing your hands, especially over this lockdown period. The way I like to count 20 seconds is by singing the chorus to Beyonce's Love on Top, which is perfectly 20 seconds. Here's a helpful guide to washing your hands, which I've attached on the screen.
The pasta is nearly done, probably al dente at this point, so much for it cooking in 10 minutes. I guess that's because I have been boiling away for a hot min more than they bargained for at the start. But this water might be too hot, I guess. You know how like, if you go on a New Zealand hike, the signs will be like, oh, it's gonna take you an hour to get from here to Arthur's Pass, but like you get there in 15 minutes because the Department of Conservation just loves to give you far more time than you need. Basically, I think that's what's happened here with the pasta too. I'm not mad. I'm really not mad. Anyway, the pasta is done, so I'm gonna turn that off. This would be a slow cooker meal and a half. I love a slow cooker meal, I really do. And I will flip these when they still hold their shape and I can see that they are brown on the bottom. By the time they are visibly brown, they'll not only have enough structural integrity, but it'll tell me that they're cooked enough for me to flip to the next side. No, they broke immediately. See, that's what I mean. That right there is what I mean. If this all fails, then I guess I'll just be eating spaghetti bolognese. Which, I mean, I'm still not mad about, but like, oh my god, I'd much rather balls, right? I need to make them smaller, is the problem. But also, put far too much tomato in them, so they're too soggy and they're not holding their weight, which is very, very obnoxious. Not pleasing to me in my career. But, oh, look at that colouring. Can you see that? That hurts. That's good. Anyway, I'm going to drain this pasta. Stop breaking. Oh my god. At least the next ones will be sturdier. I am going to get 2 meals out of this, let's be real. I kind of ate one pasta portion just then. They're burning a lot. They're burning up. Oh well. Oh well. Not cooperating with me at all, and I'm just getting hot oil splattered all over me. Which is not cute in the slightest. That broke. I finally got a casualty on the set. Finally got a casualty. They be praying for my downfall, they really do. They be praying for my downfall. This feels like the antithesis of a cooking show. Like, I mean, I've proven that I can go out and eat places, I can review places, but have I proven I can make food? No. Is this evidence? Absolutely not. My gosh. Okay. They are all flipped. And I am equally as flippant. These perhaps would have been far easier to do in the oven, but then I won't get the like crisp bits, which I want, which taste nice on the burnt ones at least. And I mean, if the burnt, horrific, broken ones taste nice, then I think that's a testament to anything, right? So I'm gonna let these go, and I'll be back once they're a bit more cooked. This is probably going to be the final chicken that I will do until I film me actually eating the meal, which is very exciting. I can also see that I have not charged the battery enough again, but I don't care. We're gonna soldier on anyway. I have got the balls here. They've been living their best lives in this hot oil, and I think the meat is nearly cooked. I am pretty pleased with how this has turned out. This is gonna be 2 meals for me. This is gonna mean, well, I'm eating meatballs for the first time in a long ass time, so very exciting.
Haha! The meal is done. See, it's not really meatballs, it's more like bolognese, but like with the thought of meatballs there, because they all broke apart. Like, they broke apart so intensely, it's chaotic, but bon appetit, ha! That's indeed the point of this video, is that I can say bon appetit at the end of it. I'm not gonna watch, it's not an ASMR mukbang. Can you imagine if I film myself eating? Comment down below if I should film the next one as a mukbang. Indeed, this has been the first and perhaps last installment of me making something on this channel. Kudos to you for braving it, because it has just been appalling. I mean, if it's been appalling enough for me to make this meal, then it must have been horrific for you to watch this video. I have countless other videos that are better than this, that you should watch instead. Goodbye.